y'all, and welcome to the first episode of the Comicbook Bae show. Obviously, I'm Comicbook Bae, and today we're going to be talking about the top 5 comic book characters I believe deserve their own live-action movie. So let's get down and dirty. First on our list is none other than Aurora Monroe, better known by her superhero alias name, Storm. Storm was first introduced in the comic book issue number 1 called Giant Size X-Men in May 1975, making her the first black female superhero. The Queen deserves her flowers of starring in a solo live-action movie, and that's on period. I am ready to see Storm and her roots. I need a flashback showing her Kenyan mother and her African-American photojournalist father. Yes, I live to see positive black love and excellence on the big screen. I want to see the plane crash that made her an orphan. Give me the visuals of her being trapped under the rubble for weeks, which birthed her fear of tight spaces. She was claustrophobic, y'all. She was claustrophobic. I'm trying to see her have her skills as a pickpocketer, and I'm honestly trying to see her have her powers pretty early on, like full-on powers. With today's CGI technology, there's no telling what they could accomplish. I would love to see Storm give representation to the little girls in the world. So Marvel, y'all better get with the program. Coming up second on my list is a powerful ass magician that I literally cannot wrap my head around the fact that she does not have a live action movie yet. But I did hear that DC had one in development, so fingers crossed that nobody drops out or none of that extra stuff. She is none other than Zatanna Zatara. Miss Thing popped up on the scene in Hawkman issue number 4 in November 1964. She is the daughter of Justice League member Giovanni John Zatara. Ooh, spicy. And she has recently become the boo thing of John Constantine. I love this chemistry in the animation Justice League Dark movies. Honestly, it was different, but it was nice. In my opinion, Zatanna is not only the strongest character that magically could go toe-to-toe with whoever they decided to give her, she is also just really not to be messed with. You know what I'm saying? Like, she speaks backwards, which low-key I have tried to figure out what she said. Like, I literally have tried to figure it out. And don't judge me, because I know somebody was curious enough to pause to see, what did this lady say? Like, what did she say? Something like that. Like, anywho, I feel like Zatanna is easily one of the most powerful superheroes to go toe-to-toe with. So DC, HBO Max, don't disrespect my girl by messing her up. Period. Third on my list is Jefferson Pierce, better known as Black Lightning. He is so badass, and that's on God. This strong black man popped up on the scene in Black Lightning issue 1 in 1977. He has been described as a true hero and a born badass that earned his spot on the Justice League. I want to see a movie that caters to black people respectfully. No depictions in any way that's stereotypical. Give us the culture in Freeland, Georgia. I am well aware of the fact that he was supposed to be from south side of Metropolis, which is basically the hood of Metropolis. The hood, though? DC was dead ass wrong for that, but I'm gonna keep it moving. Shit. Anyway, I dig the Freeland name better, so get with it. He is extremely powerful, and I believe the movie could show off his powers in a dope, creative way. He's a symbol, and he is also representation. He has 2 badass daughters named Jennifer and Anissa Pierce, who are also superheroes in their own right, as Lightning and Thunder. So, if you think about it, he come with his own gang depending on how old he is in the movie. He has his own backup, his own sidekicks. Boom. That's a dope movie right there. Father and daughters. So DC, get with it. Fourth on our list is Dr. Pamela Lillian Isley. And don't forget the PhD. She is better known as Poison Ivy. She was celebrating Hot Girl Summer before we even knew what it was. This baddie popped up in Batman issue 181 in June 1966. I love me some vintage women. It's like, no. Y'all know I play too much. One thing is that Pamela is super misunderstood. If they could do a movie that makes us feel sympathy for the villain like Maleficent and Cruella, that would be genius. Make it a story that makes us aware of the damage that we are doing to our environment. Make her an anti-hero. Showing off her powers would be so badass on the big screen. So, DC, get with it. Last but not least is Miles Morales, aka Spider-Man. The fact that we have had 3 Spider-Man movies and they are all Peter Parker is lunacy. Don't get me wrong, I love me some Peter Parker and I think the Amazing Spider-Man movies are the best ones. But give us something new for God's sake. Miles swung through the scene in Ultimate Fallout issue 4 in August of 2011, giving us a fresh take on the Spider-Man mantle. It's only but so many Uncle Ben stories I can sit through. Like, what about Uncle Aaron? What about Spider-Man dealing with a villain other than the Green Goblin? I mean, the list goes on. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse was the closest thing we got to a Miles Morales movie, and that kind of sucks. It was amazing. Dope as hell. But that kind of sucks. In the year 2021, I have been ready to see an Afro-Latina take the mantle and take on the big screen. So Marvel, once again, get with the damn program. Wakanda forever! Those are my top 5 comic book characters that I believe deserves a live action movie. Thank you so much for watching the first episode of the Comicbook Bae Show. Love you and have a good day. And make sure to subscribe.